And one way that I see that I'm not submitting fully is because I'm not owning my own space. Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. This is your girl MsMoe, and this light look good on me. Okay. But hey, so I wanted to make this quick video. I'm actually visiting Georgia right now. Let me see what my dad about to ask me. Okay, and I'm back. So yeah, I'm making this video because I came to the realization that I've been playing myself. I came to the realization that I've been playing myself. And by playing myself, I'm referring to the fact that I haven't really been living up to my full potential. And I made that video about finding your passion and understanding your purpose, and basically reevaluating your social circle and your environment. And I was watching that video and I was like, okay, I'm hitting on some stuff. But after making that video, I would clock into, after I make my videos, I would clock into my 9-to-5 job because I'm working remotely. And even though I kind of enjoy what I do, like it's a skill or a trade that I feel like it's something that fits me, working a 9-to-5 job is not my dream, and it's not necessarily how I want to spend my days. And so I bring all that, I say all that to say, because when I clock in, it's unfortunate, but I be watching videos about how people quit their job. And this is like an everyday thing for me. Like, I would get on my computer, because I usually like listen to like YouTube or something in the background, having like a background noise. But I'll be watching, but my background noise lately has been how people quit their job. And I be contemplating, like, doing a lot of self-evaluation, self-reflection, like, why do you keep watching this? Like, what are you trying to say to yourself? And I think the biggest thing that I was trying to say to myself, besides maybe I need to leave my job, is that I've been playing myself. I haven't been living up to my full potential, and it shows because I'm not happy or content. I would say I'm content because I'm not content with where I am at, and I'm not pushing myself to the limit the way I need to be pushing myself in order to get to that place of contentment. Um, and so yeah, and so I made a pact to myself, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna, if I'm not, I'm gonna, I mean, eventually I might quit my job, but it was more so like, I'm gonna push myself to my full capacity, to where I feel like I can be. And in pushing myself to that full capacity, I might discover something new about myself. But I had to, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this. But then I'm like, okay, how am I going to do this? And and so I've been recording myself on this journey of like pushing myself, and basically trying to transition out of having a 9-to-5 job. I recorded like 2 videos, but I've started to record myself and trying to capture how I'm going to do this transition. How am I going to be an entrepreneur? How am I going to just be my own boss and just do my own thing and be content with whatever that I'm doing? And what was I going with that? Yeah, I was asking myself how, and it just made me think about what problematic things I'm doing right now that is making it harder for me to make that how a reality. And one thing that I realized is that, along with playing myself, I don't own my own space. Like, I don't take charge of the things of the things that I'm doing to the extent that I need to take charge of it. Like somebody, like for example, a task at work. I'll be given a task. I'm like, okay, I'm doing it. But the way that I would do it, I would be basically a little bossy bitch. And I don't want to come off as bossy. And for a number of reasons. Firstly, I don't like telling people what to do. But secondly, I realized that, you know what, I may be doing this out of an ego thing of like, I don't want people to see me in that light. I want them to see me as the kind person and the patient person, which I am. But just like there are some things that, enough is enough. And especially if you're given a task and people trust you with that task, you have to be able to to basically own that space and own that task. And I realized that the thing that I'm doing at this job, I've done at other jobs, and that is like, I haven't really owned my space before. I haven't really dominated and just really took control of whatever I am doing to the full capacity that I know I could take control of it. And so that was one thing, is that I'm not owning my space. And so, in like conjunction with not owning my space, I realized another thing that I've been doing. And I realized this because especially last year, I was listening to like Transformation Church with Pastor Michael Todd, but I've been slipping hella bad. But this morning I caught a glimpse of one of his sermons or episodes on YouTube. I think it was on YouTube. Yeah, I think it's YouTube. And he was talking about submission, and he was talking about like being in a kiddie pool, and how you barely get wet, but you're not fully in, you're not fully in it. You're not diving in. And he was talking more so about, I guess, people's relationship with God. And that resonated with me because right before I saw that, I had a meeting. And if you all don't know, y'all probably don't know, but I started a nonprofit a couple of years ago. And today we had a board meeting, and I was basically telling them, like, because the way that the organization is running so far, it's like we're not doing anything, we just exist. And I feel like, now I think about it, I feel like that's a reflection of my life. Oh my gosh. I'm not doing anything, I'm just existing. And so but I was basically talking to my board and just telling them, like, you know what, I not apologizing, but just telling them about the type of changes that I want to make, and to also let them know that I respect their time. I understand that what they're doing is not, I understand that they have a lot going on, and I want to be respectful of their time. And so in order for me to be respectful of their time, I really have to get my shit together. I really have to get the organization together so that they know that what they have invested in was not a bad investment. And so after that board meeting, that was all that type of things were said. And then I stumbled upon Pastor Michael Todd talking about being in it. He was using the analogy of like being in a kiddie pool versus being in like a pool or ocean or something, and how like we don't submit fully to God. We just give God kind of part of us. And that resonated with me on a number of levels, because I feel like the reason why I'm not owning my space is because I'm not submitting to it. And me being like I'm like, that was one part in the Bible that always bothered me, when it was like, submit to your husband and do what else. I was like, really? But as I gotten older, and just now, like, just listening to that comment and listening to his analogy, and even going through life and realizing that I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I might mean well, but I don't know what I'm doing. And just strengthening my faith, and strengthening my relationship with God, I realized I submitted. I just had to submit. I was like, you know what? I give in. I give in, I submit. And so like I feel like I submitted to God, and definitely not to the full extent that I need to be submitting. But one reason and one way that I see that I'm not submitting fully is because I'm not owning my own space. I feel like God provides so many opportunities for me to not only provide so many opportunities for me to shine, but also shield me from so many like negative, dangerous things in itself. And so if I am so grateful for God because of the opportunities that he provides to me, why am I not showing up fully? And so yeah, y'all, it got deep. It got deep in a little 5 minutes that I watched Pastor Michael Todd. And so yeah, I was like, submit. And it was today that when I heard the word submit, that I realized that submit is not like, oh, you just somebody's basically like you just do whatever they want to do. I mean, you just do whatever they say. You don't have no voice or anything like that. Because younger me, you know, feminist me, woman, all, you know, Roy, I'm a woman, me was more so like, I don't like that word submit. I ain't about to submit to nobody. But me now, 31-year-old me is just like, I submit, because it's like submit or submission is not like what I was just saying. It's immersion. It's to be fully present. It's to own that space. It's to be in that space, stand in that space, and not be moved within that space. And so when I think about my relationship, whether it's with my romantic partner or whether it's with my friends, I submit to that relationship. I immerse myself into that relationship, and I work on being fully present all the time. And so submission is not something negative. It's to be in your space, and it's to own your space, and it's to immerse yourself in it. Immerse in it. Because, and kind of going back to Pastor Michael Todd, like, immerse yourself with your relationship with God. Don't half-ass it. And so I feel like, even though I pray every day, even though, like, you know, I try to give and I try to be kind and patient with people, I'm not submitting or immersing myself with God the way I should be, because I don't move off of faith. And if I do, it's very light. It's a very light movement. And I feel like the point that I'm at now in my life, like, I I can't afford to move that lightly anymore. Like, I need to move with some stumps. I need to stump through life right now, because I don't like the direction or the projection of where my life is going right now if I'm not being fully honest with myself and saying, you know what, you're not really happy right here. Let's make some changes. Instead of saying, you're not really happy right here, but it is what it is. Like, I don't want to ever say that to myself. And so, yeah, I mean, I know that was a lot that I said, but I just wanted to just share that insight and hopefully inspire others that, you know what, one, own your space. Own your space, and then two, submit to it, immerse yourself in it, and be fully you in it, and see where your life goes, see where God takes you, because it's a beautiful thing. If you ever are consumed by something, it can be a beautiful thing. It's scary, but it can also be a beautiful thing. But I will talk to you all later. Bye.